At the beginning of the movie, we are dropped right into the quiet, sun-soaked streets of a small Florida town, the kind of place where nothing is supposed to happen. But as we're about to find out, this particular town is hiding something wild. Something that is going to shake one lonely boy's entire world to its core. We are introduced to Rob, a quiet, thoughtful kid who lives in a small roadside motel with his father. No friends, no laughter in the halls. Just the two of them, carrying a grief so heavy it doesn't even have a name yet. Rob's mother passed away just a few months before the story begins, and that wound is still very, very fresh. His father hasn't spoken her name since she died, not once, and that silence has become its own kind of prison. But on this particular morning, Rob wakes up early, gets himself ready for school, and decides to take a short walk into the dense forest right behind the motel while waiting for the bus. It's the kind of still, misty morning where everything feels half asleep. Rob walks quietly between the tall trees, lost somewhere between the present and his memories. And then, a flash. His mother's funeral. Standing there at the graveside, small and alone, feeling like the world had swallowed him whole. The memory hits him like a wave, and for a moment, he just stops. But instead of turning back, Rob keeps walking. And that one small decision, it changes absolutely everything. Because deep in the middle of those trees, completely hidden from the road and from the town, Rob stumbles onto something that makes him freeze in place. An old wooden cabin. Abandoned looking, overgrown, forgotten. Except, it is not empty. Right there beside the cabin, locked behind thick bars of a heavy metal cage, is a tiger. Not a picture, not a dream. A real, breathing, powerful tiger, staring directly back at him with golden eyes that seem to see right through him. For a moment, neither of them moves. The tiger, the boy, both trapped in their own kind of silence. Then Rob's survival instincts kick in. His heart hammers, his legs move on their own, and he runs all the way back to the motel without stopping. Now here's where things start getting interesting, because Rob's day is just getting started. He grabs his backpack and races to catch the school bus, only to be reminded that the bus is its own kind of battlefield. A group of boys on board has made it their personal mission to make Rob's life miserable. They mock him, they laugh at him, and Rob, being Rob, does what he always does. He goes quiet. He looks down. He endures. But then the bus makes another stop, and a new face steps on board. Cena. She's new to the town, bold in a way that immediately draws attention, and the moment the bullies hear her name, they turn their cruelty toward her. Cena doesn't crumble though. She just walks to a seat, jaw tight, eyes burning, already deciding she hates this place. Back in the classroom, while the teacher talks, Rob's mind is still deep in the forest. He can't shake the image of that tiger, powerful and wild but locked away like something shameful. So he takes out a piece of paper and starts drawing it. Not the caged version though. In his sketch, the tiger is free, walking through open land like it owns everything it touches. And while he draws, something else surfaces. A memory of his mother, her hands working steadily on a piece of wood, carving something beautiful out of nothing. She had taught him that same skill, and it was one of the last true things they had shared together. The moment is broken when the teacher calls his name. He's being sent to the principal's office. We soon learn that Rob has a serious skin condition, one that causes painful, visible wounds on his legs. And some parents in the town have started whispering, started worrying. The principal, rather than standing up for Rob, does the opposite. He suggests, gently but firmly, that perhaps Rob should stay home for a while, until things settle, until people stop feeling uncomfortable. Rob walks out of that office carrying a letter he didn't ask for, and a shame he doesn't deserve. But then, completely by chance, he rounds a corner and finds a teacher struggling with an armful of fallen books and papers. Without hesitating, Rob kneels down and helps her gather everything up. The teacher, Miss Mills, smiles at him with genuine warmth. Then she notices the drawing still in his hand. She asks to see it. And when she does, her expression shifts entirely. She tells Rob that he has a real gift. She encourages him to keep drawing, to keep developing what he has. She promises that when she returns from her upcoming leave, she wants to see more of his work. It's a small moment. But for Rob, a kid who has been made to feel invisible, it means everything. Later that day, things escalate again outside the school. Rob is watching from a distance when he notices a group of kids running after Cena, mocking her, crowding her. She holds herself together for as long as she can. Then she snaps and throws a punch. The girl she hits is older and bigger, and within seconds Cena is shoved hard to the ground. Rob doesn't think. He just moves. He runs over and tells the bullies to back off, and they immediately turn their attention to him. For a second, it looks like things are about to get very bad. But Rob does the smart thing. He runs. On the bus ride home, Cena is a mess, hair everywhere, clothes crumpled from the fight. She drops into the seat next to Rob, fuming. She tells him she despises this town and everyone in it. Rob listens. Then, slowly, he tells her about his legs. About the condition. About the letter. About being pushed out. Cena, always thinking fast, suddenly gets an idea. Could she catch whatever he has? Maybe then she'd have a reason to stay home too? Rob shakes his head with something almost like a smile. It doesn't work that way. His condition isn't contagious. Cena goes quiet. Then, in a way that matters more than she probably realizes, she tells him she'll bring his homework to him if he has to stay home. Nobody had offered him anything like that in a long time. That night, Rob's father reads the principal's letter, and he does not take it well. He knows his son's condition cannot be passed on. He has explained this before. He is furious. But after the anger settles, he makes the quiet, practical decision to keep Rob home anyway. He injects medicine into Rob's leg, goes to the kitchen, and carries the weight of a man trying to do right by a child he loves, but doesn't quite know how to reach anymore. Later, Rob sits in his room and carves. Wood shavings fall onto the floor as his hands work steadily, and somewhere in the quiet rhythm of it, the tiger's face keeps appearing in his mind. By the time he's done for the night, he has made a small wooden figure, and it looks remarkably like Cena. He doesn't fully understand why. He just knew that was what needed to be made. That night, he dreams. Cena is running through the forest, hair flying, completely free, and she is riding the tiger. Both of them moving like they belong to the wild. The next morning, Cena shows up at the motel, just as she promised, homework in hand. She finds Rob tending to the small garden outside, and immediately wants to know more about the tiger. Rob tells her everything. Her eyes go wide. They go inside to grab some things before heading into the forest. While waiting, Cena wanders through Rob's father's room and discovers dozens of small carved wooden figures placed everywhere, each one different, each one extraordinary. She picks them up one by one, genuinely stunned. She mentions Michelangelo, that before the world knew him as a painter, he was a sculptor. She tells Rob he's an artist. Then she finds the little wooden figure that looks like her and bursts out laughing. Rob turns red and says nothing. Then the two of them head into the forest. When they finally stand before the cage, Cena falls silent. The tiger is enormous, beautiful, terrifying, and completely, heartbreakingly trapped. She asks Rob who could do something like this. Rob thinks it's Bochamp, the motel owner. Cena's reaction is instant and fierce. This is wrong. This animal belongs in the wild, not locked behind bars in the middle of nowhere, so some man can feel powerful. Then they hear an engine. Bochamp is coming. They run. Back at the motel, Rob introduces Cena to his father. She is polite, and then slips away to use the phone booth to call her parents. Rob's father watches the whole thing and quietly tells his son he's glad he found a friend. It is one of the most human moments we've seen from the man. But when Cena's mother arrives, the warmth evaporates fast. She comes out of the car already scolding. Why was Cena gone for hours? Why is she wearing someone else's clothes? Cena doesn't back down. The argument escalates. Cena gets in the car, still arguing, and they drive away in a storm of tension. Rob watches them go from the driveway, feeling like he just witnessed something he doesn't fully understand. The next morning, while Rob and Willie, the motel's kind, plain-spoken cleaning lady, work side by side, Rob asks her a question that's been sitting with him. What does she think about animals being kept in cages? Willie sets down what she's doing, and then she tells him a story. When she was a little girl, her father gave her a small green bird. She loved that bird more than anything. But one day, watching it sit there behind those thin cage bars, something broke in her. She couldn't stand it anymore. While her father wasn't watching, she opened the cage door. The bird was gone in seconds. When her father found out, he was furious. He told her she had just fed the bird to a snake. But Willie? She says she has never regretted it, not for a single day. Because sometimes, she still dreams about that bird, singing somewhere out there under an open sky. Rob hears every word. Later that same day, Bochamp finds Rob outside and pulls him aside with a sly smile. He says he has a job for him. He captured a rare animal recently, something that needs daily feeding and care. He doesn't want to do it himself. Would Rob be interested? There's even money in it. Rob plays dumb. He acts like he doesn't know what the man is talking about. Bochamp's friendly act drops fast when Rob mentions that his father needs him for chores. He brushes that aside with contempt. Rob's father has no authority here, and orders the boy to follow him. So Rob does. At the cage, Rob performs his best look of surprise. Bochamp walks him through how to feed the tiger, full of pride. Then the tiger lunges at the fence. Bochamp stumbles backward and nearly falls. And Rob has to physically stop himself from laughing. On the way out, Bochamp mocks the caged animal, calling it useless garbage. The tiger's response is immediate and deeply satisfying. It sprays him, completely. Bochamp runs away howling in disgust, and Rob cannot hide his grin this time. Before parting, Bochamp gives Rob a bag of raw meat, tells him feeding the tiger is now his daily job, and warns him, very clearly, that this must all stay secret. If word gets out, there will be trouble for everyone. Rob nods, says nothing. On the road back, they cross paths with Miss Mills in her car. She slows down when she sees Beauchamp looking disheveled and suspicious. Rob tells her everything is fine. Beauchamp tells her to mind her own business. She drives away, but not before giving Rob a long, quiet look. That night, Rob hides the meat bag in the motel and stares at the keys Beauchamp handed him. They are cold and heavy in his palm. And the question that has been building inside him finally takes its full shape. Should he use them? Right on cue, the school bus rolls by, and Cena appears at his door minutes later. The moment he tells her about the keys, she lights up like a fire. This is their chance. They have to free the tiger now. She doesn't want to wait another day. But Rob hesitates. He thinks of Willie's bird. He thinks of survival. What if the tiger can't make it on its own after being in captivity? What if freedom kills it? Cena won't hear it. She grabs the cage bars and shakes them, hard, until her anger cracks open and becomes something else entirely. She cries. And for a moment, the tiger and Cena feel like mirror images of each other. Both caged. Both furious. Both longing for something they can't name. Rob kneels beside her, gently, and when she finally calms down, she does something small and meaningful. She pulls the canvas off the top of the cage so the tiger can feel open air, so it can see the sky. That night, the two of them lie in the grass beside the cage, watching stars. The tiger breathes quietly nearby. Nobody says anything for a long time. They don't need to. Later, when they return to the motel, they run into Willie. Cena, still raw from everything, snaps at her. And Willie, who has seen enough of life to not be rattled by a hurt child, doesn't flinch. She sits with Cena's anger. She tells the girl she was just like her once. Loud, ready to fight, running on pure emotion. And then she says something that Cena isn't expecting. She tells her that anger is not a plan, that the world will not fix itself just because she wants it to badly enough, that she needs to learn to act, not just react. Cena goes completely still. Willie says goodnight, and the two kids stand there in the dark, changed just a little by what they just heard. But the storm isn't over yet. Not even close. When Rob gets home, his father is standing in the kitchen holding the plastic bag of raw meat. He is absolutely livid. He thinks Beauchamp sent it as an insult, as if they were desperate enough to eat scraps. Before Rob can explain, his father hurls the bag against the wall. Rob watches him try to pull himself back together and walks toward him. His father tells him to leave him alone. So Rob goes outside and carves in the dark, the one thing that always brings him peace. And the shape that forms in the wood is still the tiger. The next morning, he gives Willie a small carved bird. She holds it in both hands, and her eyes go soft. It's the most natural gift exchange you'll ever see. And then Cena arrives with news. Her mother has officially forbidden her from coming to see Rob. Cena has officially decided she doesn't care. Together, the two of them find Willie and tell her everything about the tiger. Willie doesn't believe them. Until they take her into the forest, and she sees it for herself. Her face shifts. She says, quietly, that of course Beauchamp would do something like this. Cena wants to open the cage right then. Willie holds up her hand. Even Beauchamp being wrong doesn't automatically make releasing the tiger right. The animal has been in captivity. It may not survive. Cena explodes. She says wild animals belong in the wild, that the panthers of this very forest manage just fine, that the tiger will figure it out. Willie just says, calmly, that sometimes the right thing and the safe thing are not the same, and that because of that, they should not involve themselves in something this serious. Cena is furious. She says she's waiting for her father, her real father, who she trusts, who will understand. And then Rob says something surprising. He tells her quietly that maybe her mother is right about her father, that maybe he isn't who she thinks. That lands like a slap. Cena's face crumbles for a moment, then hardens. She tells Rob she hates him, that their friendship is over, and walks away. Willie puts a hand on Rob's shoulder, tells him to come back to the motel. But Rob watches Cena walking away in the distance, and he runs after her. When he catches up, he tells her he's changed his mind. He'll free the tiger. For her. For their friendship. She doesn't believe him. He means it. And then, before they can act, Beauchamp's car rolls up. He barely acknowledges Cena, gives Rob instructions to collect another meat delivery, and drives off to go speak with Rob's father. The moment the car disappears, Rob and Cena look at each other. Now. It has to be now. They sprint through the forest. Rob pulls out the keys. His hands are shaking slightly, but his face is steady. 1 lock. 2 locks. 3. The door swings open. The tiger doesn't leap. It rises slowly, like something waking from a long dream. It walks out of the cage and stands beside them, so close they can feel the heat coming off its body. Cena whispers to Rob to be calm. The tiger already understands, she says. And then, just like that, it turns. And it walks toward the forest. And it roars. The sound fills the entire sky. Rob and Cena stand there watching it disappear between the trees, feeling something enormous in their chests. Then a gunshot tears through the air. Cena collapses to her knees, hyperventilating from shock. They run to the road. And there, on the ground, is the tiger. Rob's father is standing nearby. Bachamp is on the ground, shaken, bruised. The tiger had attacked him. Rob's father had fired the shot. Rob drops beside the animal. He looks up at his father, eyes burning, and asks why. And his father, finally, quietly, explains the truth. Earlier, during a violent confrontation, Bachamp had pulled out a revolver and aimed it at him. Everything that followed was chaos and panic and a shot that was never meant to find the tiger. It doesn't make the grief smaller, but it changes its shape. Rob stands up, and all the rage and sorrow and years of silence he has been carrying come pouring out at once. He shoves his father. He shouts that he wants to leave. He wants out. And then he says the one thing he has never been able to say out loud. He tells his father that he needs to say her name. His mother's name. The name that has been locked away in silence, just like the tiger was locked away in that cage. His father breaks. "Caroline," he says. And he says it again. And he wraps his arms around his son, and they hold each other in the road, while everything they've never been able to grieve finally begins to move. Nearby, Willie pulls Cena close. Bachamp, without a word, gets up and walks away. He has nothing left to say. Willie looks at Rob's legs. And quietly, almost to herself, she says the wounds look better. Something is healing. As the four of them slowly leave the road behind, Cena finds Rob's drawing of the tiger, the one he made in class, the free version, the one where it walks through open land like it owns the world. She tells him it's beautiful. He tells her she can keep it. She leans over and kisses him on the cheek. And the two of them walk out of the forest together. The movie ends with a truth it has been building toward from the very beginning. Every cage is different. Some are made of metal. Some are made of grief. Some are made of silence. And some, the most stubborn kind, are the ones we build around our own hearts because we don't know how to feel the loss of someone we loved. But freedom? Freedom always costs something. And it always means something different to the person reaching for it. The tiger is gone. But in the end, so is everything that was keeping Rob trapped.